Ja, also zum Abschluss noch ein bisschen Valhalla. Okay. Evening. Oh, hi there. I was expecting the bar to be different before opening hours, but I guess it's just the same tired thing. Alma? Ah, Leonidas. Jillian. Marcello. I stumbled across her on my way in and asked her if she wanted to tag along. I hope you don't mind. Sure, make yourself at home. Where's boss? She didn't put the helmet on again, did she? She went out for a bit. I don't know what for, but she'll be back. Alright. Make yourself comfortable while I prepare. Right, thanks. Okay. Time to mix drinks and change lives. What was that? Oh, just something they made me say back in instruction. It kind of stuck. Huh. I went to a school that made us stand up with our hands on our backs when someone came in. That habit didn't drop off until high school or so. Yeah, it's kinda like that. Oh yeah, look at this. A glass with a signature? To I assume it's either an autograph or an impromptu medicine recipe. That Keramiki girl came here yesterday before our concert, actually. Oh yeah, now I see her name here. You don't seem very surprised. I like B-Link more, actually. The stoic-looking duo, right? Yep, those. Oh, seems you had a better day than mine yesterday. I had to break up with Damien. I see. Want a drink? You don't seem very surprised. We've known each other for, what, a few months now? I'd be interested if those relationships of yours went further than a week or two. You say you broke up, but there's usually not enough time to foster something to break. It's more like the guy wasn't what I wanted, so I stopped flirting. You could pretend to be more interested, you know? Like my mom says, if I don't buy it, it's because I know the product. Speaking of buying, do you want a frame? A frame? Yeah, for all these pics you have of your boss, the ones filling your phone's memory. Some seem sneakily taken at that. Is that true? What do you care? How the hell did you find that out? So it is true. Shut up. I'm a hacker, you remember? You shouldn't piss off a hacker. I really like this one of her sleeping in her office. I think I'll copy it. You? Hey, can you make me a bad touch before we keep arguing? Sure. What's up? Bad touch. Bad touch. 3, 2, 4 Rocks und mixed. Yeah. Who gives these strings their silly names? Usually the one who registers it. Some people have quite the silly sense of humor. Like that girl who keeps laughing over this particular drink's name. Yeah. So, who's Damien again? The one with the nice car? Sure, he's also the manager at the bank, but that car was what caught my eye. And what was wrong with him? Turns out he was a LARPer. LARP? Live action role playing? Sounds more like the nickname of some very heavy-handed writer or a military organization. What did he role play as? Have you heard of the Woodstock fairs? Those events where people barely dress, stink, roll in the mud and fuck in the open? Those are hippies, yeah. He frequents those and it's something I'd rather not deal with at all. If I stayed with him, I'd eventually have to. I mean, I need to support my partner in what he does, but if it's something like that... You see, that's the problem right there. You say breaking up like you had something formal, but most of the time you're still getting to know him. Vielleicht ist es Zukunftslab. Vielleicht machen das Laper in der Zukunft. Think about it. Have you ended your longest lasting relationships for things like those? Okay, sorry for not using the right word or whatever, but I'm still sorely disappointed. And at least I'm trying to get some action. When was the last time you spent the night with someone else? Last night? Your cat doesn't count? A year ago. It was messy. See? I mean, I have no idea how you deal with that. If I were you, I would have pushed fuckboy over there into a closet ages ago. Fuckboy? People have different needs and priorities. Yes, but don't you miss having the warmth of someone else at your side? Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Heutzutage Lab, meistens von Mittelalter. Stimmt, ja. In der Zukunft ist Lapen dann anscheinend zu den 60ern und 70ern, 1960ern und 70ern gewandelt. Putting your head on their chest, listening to them breathe as they pet your head. Dozing off, knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. Jill? Anything I can make you to shut up and drink? I have you know that my uncle Juan taught me ventriloquism when I was 12. Drinking won't stop me from talking or making tasteless puns for Aunt Rosa. Still get me something weird, would you? Ventriloquism. Weird. A weird drink? Yeah, something different, experimental, uncommon. Let's see. Promo drinks fit that bill easily. Ich meine, Eine Fedora wäre komisch. Probieren wir es mal. Am Fume. Here you go. Nope, this looks pretty common to me. What? Das ist eine Fedora mit Parfüm und einer Pflaume drin. Ja. Bad touch. Kriegt halt einen Promo-Drink. Kind of unbearable, most likely for fans of the movie. Unnecessarily brown. So balance would actually taste nice. You'd be dead wrong. Was hat denn das den meisten Alkohol? Vier von allem. Okay, die kriegt einen Sens da. Rocks and mixed. Here. Yeah, this fits the bill. Good. It's a promotional drink made to commemorate the a movie. Read. They leapt at the chance to sell drinks that would be unmarketable otherwise. Oh. You know, your orders are weird today. They are? Yeah, usually the first thing you ask for is a Brandtini, then something like a Cobalt Velvet or something similar. Well, I sometimes feel like I need something different, you know? Something tells me part of the reason you left this Damien is because he was too deep into routine. Maybe. Hey, speaking of routines, as a hacker, what's your opinion on the whole Alice Rabbit thing? That's the silence of somebody who just heard something stupid. Vielleicht ist die Alice Rabbit. Stupid enough to warrant the speech they've prepared just for occasions like this. As always, very perceptive of you. You know, decades ago, there was this group of people that hacked simple sites with an agenda. Can't remember what they used to call themselves. I just remember that it was just petty vandalism. Anyway, everyone that participated started using the same name. They wanted to create this anonymous anarchist's identity. The whole Alice Rabbit thing is the logical conclusion of that. It's what happens when that idea reaches its breaking point and goes mainstream. It is no longer a group, but an individual. An untouchable entity watching from the shadows, monitoring and judging everything anyone does. Observing, tolerating no one but itself. A lot of bullshit for what's essentially a pet of the press made up. The antithesis of your usual boogeyman, if you must. So you don't think such a person exists? Don't know, don't care. I mean, we have seen the actions of such an entity. But it might be anything, an individual, a group, an AI. That's not taking into account all the copycats and pranksters using the name. So, Alice Rabbit is a thing that exists, but it's also really muddied all overall. There's something else that worries me though. That kind of story always catches the attention of kids and such. They start trying to hack stuff without knowing the risks or consequences. Imagine if suddenly a group of tweens broke into this bar and started asking for drinks. That's how it feels for me. And it's thanks to that damned Alice Rabbit thing. I see. But enough of that, there is a more pressing matter at hand. There is? Yeah, you've been delaying my invitations for hanging out sometime for too long. Oh, that. Do you hate me that much, Joe? Does my presence make you that uncomfortable? No, At this rate, I might just crash by your apartment. That way you can't just say no. Maybe I'll also crash for the night. We could have a sleepover, braid our hair, tell stories all night, shower together. You know, you need some human warmth in that place. Your tits alone would fill my entire bathroom. Man, you react too nonchalantly. It's no fun. React a little bit. Let me tease you for a second. I refuse. In all seriousness though, any particular reason you keep turning down my invitations? I mean, it's not a date. I just want to have a conversation with you outside these four walls. I'm not a morning person. I registered for night shift precisely to avoid waking up early. The earliest I've asked you out is 10 AM, you know. That's early morning in my standards. I mean, it's not that I don't want to hang out, I just don't want to wake up early. You are hopeless. Anyway, I'm gonna need another drink here. Like say, big brandy. Finally, that's the armor I know. A big brandy. Zack, aged und yeah. You know, Brantini is such a weird name. It was originally supposed to replicate the Martini. Problem is, the BTC got a hold of a brand of Wehrmouth that was named after a certain automobile company. So on a weird whim they changed the name. I see. You know, I was wondering... Yeah? Don't you worry about what the people you work for might be doing with the information you provide? Not really. You don't? Do you worry about what happens when people leave this place drunk? Not really. Most of the time. Well, neither do I. Why should you? Do you get people drunk? Some say my beauty is intoxicating, but that's besides the point. I get my payment, do my job and forget about the whole thing. You make your job sound so easy. Once you understand what precautions to take, it's no problem. And I've always found my job fun. However, most of my contracts are consultancy-based gigs. It's not like every day is a thrill. Do you meet with your client or... I don't. It's always from behind as many filters as I can manage. I remember I once did a job where I had a couple of kids relaying letters. For security reasons, right? Actually, because that way I lose a lot less time. I don't have to deal with clients hitting on me or pestering me after the job's done. I also don't have to lose time proving my worth because big boobs equals small brain or some shit like that. I mean, protecting my identity is one of the reasons, but the few times I've shown myself, they weren't even risky or dangerous jobs, just run-of-the-mill security checks. I don't know, maybe I need to show up as a disheveled nerd or something, give them what they expect to see. Or I just don't show up and save myself the trouble. Why all the questions? Just things I've been curious about and always forget to ask. So many Alice Rabbit headlines have made me wonder about the hacking business too. Oh, I remember to ask you things next time then. Well, I take my leave now. See ya. Take care. Hello, sugar. Ah. Oh, God, this. Oh, Mr. Donovan. Like my pop used to say, never touch the ears of a woman with metallic arms. I think it's more like plastic and carbon fiber. The hard as fuck indeed how my abdomen felt. You normally greet people that way? I'm a man that can't contain himself when he sees something he likes, kid. Oh, but don't worry, you're safe. You're flatter than the field at my summer house. A bit of advice. You shouldn't provoke the one serving you drinks or food. Don't be offended, kid. You have your audience. I'm just a part of it. Today I'm making this a quick one. Gotta tend to business in a while. Having said that, I'll just have the usual. Usually, he says. 3 days, and he already has a usual drink. Yeah. Ein großes Bier. Oops. The usual. Sure, this'll work. Beavers, this'll work. Hey, God. What brings you today, Mr. Donovan? That girl I interviewed yesterday is coming again in a couple of weeks. So I was working to clinch an exclusive interview. Did you succeed? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? I'm Donovan D. Dawson. I always get what I want. Sure, I had to blackmail the editors of other outlets, but the end result is what matters. I see. Wait, blackmail? You'd be surprised at the kind of stuff you find out when you get the right people drunk. Hey, the signature on that glass over there. Ah, yeah. That big-titted Lillian was here. She came yesterday before the concert, yeah? Anything juicy come out of her or come out of her visit? No. Gossip worthy? No. Tabloid worthy? No. Come on, there should be something. Well, her love for what she does is so honest and pure that anyone who tries to ruin it should be ashamed. Oh, don't give me that shit. Throw me a bone here, anything. I've got nothing. Everyone has a price. How much for you to spill the beans? I'm serious here. She said nothing that could be used against her or that you didn't already know. Fine. Hey kid, do you think Lilim have nipples? Excuse me? I mean, I've seen a couple of pornos where they have them, but they could be modded, you know. So yesterday, while interviewing the singer Lilim chick, I kept wondering if those tits had nipples. I mean, I'd be fine without them, but the curiosity is killing me. But I'm even more curious about the engineers that designed them. Can you picture a room full of people discussing whether or not the tits on a limbs look good? A bunch of guys and a lesbo engineer wondering if the latest model's vagina is good enough. Man, God bless those sons of bitches. Any interesting preview of tomorrow's news? You expect me to share my information when you wouldn't share your scoop on the singer? How can one share when there's honestly nothing to share? I'm gonna be a good citizen today and let this one pass. Have you heard of a group called the Harbingers? Not really, no. There's a group wanting to overthrow the White Knights. I read their manifesto in the bathroom once. Interesting piece and even better makeshift toilet paper. They talk about how the organization is corrupt, full of mob bosses or something like that. I think I've heard about that somewhere. What of them? They sent a message to some outlets saying they have proof of their claims. That they're gonna release it to the public tomorrow. Oh, that'd be interesting to see, I think. I know, right? Alright kid, give me a bleeding chain so I can call it a day. Oh, okay. Bleeding chain. So. Kein Alkohol, oh ja. Tja. Simple enough for you, I see. So I've heard this is Dana Zane's bar. Is it true? Yeah. Never thought I'd hear about the undefeated of the West again. More so after that incident with the bears. Where is she? She's out running some bears? 6 years ago, a cash-strapped Dana Zane entered an underground ring for money. Faced 10 enraged grizzly bears. She beat them all without killing them. I heard she sent them free afterwards too. And you were there? I was drunk and bored, what can I say? Do you know if she lost her arm there? Can't remember, too drunk. Maybe she had her prosthetic then too. I heard someone there suggested that she lost it after throwing a baseball out of some stadium. Threw it so hard her arm fell off. But that sounds more like an unsubstantiated rumor. Or like something she made up. Well, I gotta go. Next time you see Dana, thank her for winning me my second yacht. I knew betting on her was the right choice. Please come again. Yeah. Und sind wir schon bei der Pause. Ja gut, mach mal. Mach mal weiter. Obwohl. Valhalla weitermachen oder den Rest von der SCP. lesen, die wir letzte Woche angefangen haben. Was wäre denn so euer Interesse? Interessiert dich nicht wirklich? Okay. Okay, dann Valhalla weiter. Jetzt eigentlich dieses komische Keramiki-Lied hier. Oh, war das das? Ich glaube. SCP. Naja, das war. Ich glaube, Samstag letzte Woche ganz am Ende. Da haben wir SCP-4205, glaube ich, war es. Angefangen zu lesen. Ah, boss, you're back. Yeah, sorry about not being here earlier. What were you doing? I had a brief meeting with my BTC regional manager. No, everything alright? As alright as it can be, considering that we are closing eventually. When will that happen? I don't know. Ryan said that we'll be safe for a few months while the paperwork is filed and everything's being put in order. Oh. I was also talking to him about you. About me? Yeah, I was telling him to do whatever it takes to ensure you don't spend too much time without a job. If possible, to reassign you ASAP after closing. If it helps, Brian might be the angriest of us all. I want to close the only bar in the whole area that hasn't given me any headaches, he said. What about Jill? He's the one that worries me the most, actually. He's kinda working using the credentials of another guy that was working here before. Who? The one who bought a levitating potion and then threw himself off a building. Ah, yes, the levitation potion story. You use weird euphemisms, boss. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that Jill will find a job after all this. Just, who is Jill? I have an idea of who he is, but I'm still putting pieces together. Anyway, back to work. Imminent closure is no excuse to slack off. Yes, sir. You guys do know I can hear you, right? This place looks familiar. Oh, where's Dustin? Excuse me, is this the Valhalla bar? It is indeed. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh god, what is Say planning now? Excuse me? I want a drink whose name was changed after many women protested. Can you get me that? Sure. This is the piano woman. Strange girl, pretty woman, but too many people complained. Here you go. Very nice. Thanks a lot. So you know, say, Miss... I'm Stella Hoshi. My pleasure. Yeah, no, yeah. She's been here before, yes? Yep. In fact, I'm glad you know her, because she left this here last time. Oh god. So she left her helmet behind again? Not the first time, huh? Was ist denn das für Musik, Alter? Ich meine, so an sich habe ich nichts gegen die Musik, aber vorzulesen während des Spiels ist ein bisschen ablenkend. Not the first time, huh? Helmets have been picked up by all sorts of people in the last 3 months. Police, nurses, morticians, fire jugglers. She's been lucky enough to always leave it with people who return it, at least. Whoa, quite a few people. Zay's as much of a sociable girl as she is a total klutz. At least when she's not being serious. She's very competent when she puts her mind to it. Ja, nicht schlimm. Die SCP, also den ersten Teil, den ich vorgelesen habe, müsste auf YouTube sein, falls du es nachschauen möchtest. Aber ja. I see. So, did she recommend you this place, or we're meeting here today? I can see why she chose this place. It's the kind of place she likes. Same. Is that Keramiki's autograph on the glass? Seems like the glass is a conversation starter. Nice. Yeah, it is. How did you get it? She stopped here yesterday, just before the concert. Really? I mean... She did? Yeah, nice girl. Can I see it? Sure. Yep, this star-like signature is hers. So, your name's Jill then? Yes. Ain't this nice? Here you go. Do you like her, Miss Stella? Just call me Stella. I do. Whenever you hear her songs, you're filled with so much energy and happiness. Too bad I couldn't purchase tickets for this one. I mean, they were sold out in minutes. Luckily, I could secure a couple for the next time she comes around. Now, excuse me for a second. Now, where the hell are you? Car crash? Oh, you're helping. Will it take long? Alright. Yeah, don't worry. I take it that was Say? Yes. Will you wait for her? I will. In the meantime, I feel like having another drink. One that was prepared in memory of its creator's dearest friend. Die hat hier Wünsche. Natürlich. Habe ich es übersprungen. Neue Seite, wo ich das Stream-Zeug buche. Ja, also halt neuen Kanal, weil auf dem alten, beziehungsweise ich habe das Passwort von meinem alten Livestream-Kanal nicht mehr und beziehungsweise ich komme auch da nicht mehr rein, kann auch da nichts mehr dran ändern. Das ist der neue. Drink in honor of a good friend. Ach, war das gar nicht in der Beschreibung? Ah nee, das hatten sie, glaube ich, irgendwann mal in einem Gespräch gehabt. Ah. War das der Brandini? Grizzly Temple? Nee. Astblau. Hat sich auch nicht interessiert. Passwort neu anfragen lassen. Da gab es irgendein Problem. Also normalerweise kann man es, aber irgendwie komme ich da nicht ganz ran. Ich weiß aber auch nicht mehr genau warum. Drink and honor of a good friend. Okay, das hatten sie irgendwann mal im Gespräch gehabt, aber ich weiß es nicht mehr. Piano Man. Is this the one you had in mind? Yes, exactly. Thank you. May I ask you something that might be personal? It isn't about my eye, is it? No, it's not. Or at least I don't think so. I don't get to serve many cat boomers. But okay, boomer. So it's something I've been curious about. Did you go through the procedure because of a disease or because of the fad? Before I was born, I was diagnosed with nanomachine rejection. So it had to be done, otherwise I would have died shortly after birth. I'm a bit on the weak side because of it though. I'm sorry if I overstepped. I don't mind. It's always nice to dispel the idea that my parents were just into the fad. You seem to know your drinks, Jill. Well, I guess I've read a bit more than the recipe book. Do you like alcohol? Yeah, but not in the usual way. I don't drink that much outside of canned beer. But the colors, the stories, the way you need to keep them stored, the designs. It sounds a bit silly when I say it out loud. Not at all. Do you collect them or anything like that? Actually, yeah. I started with my grandpa's collection and have been slowly growing it. It's been hard because of my debts, but I managed little by little. Die neue Seite mit dem Hauptkanal verbinden. Ja, kann ich machen. Mache ich am besten jetzt gleich, sonst vergesse ich's. Und geht ja schnell. Solange YouTube schnell lädt. Kanal anpassen, hinzufügen. Ups. Okay. Do you like alcohol, Stella? I'm here, right? But I'm normally more of a social drinker. Unless it's with somebody, I don't tend to drink much. I see. Sorry I'm late. Welcome. It took your sweet time. Yeah, sorry. I got caught in rush hour traffic too and figured walking might be faster. Luckily, there was a building with emergency stairs nearby and I climbed down. Auch beim Creepypasta-Kanal. Hatte ich das nicht? Ah gut, ja, muss ich. Das gucke ich dann später mal. Aber ja. Mache ich, wenn ich dran denke. Climb down. Took an air cab. Oh. I would suggest using ground transportation, but I'm happy to see you put safety first. Safety? No, flying cars are just way cooler. I still don't understand how they don't give you motion sickness. Wäre eventuell ein bisschen besser gewesen, hätten sie getauscht. Also say links, dann würden die wenigstens. Ich meine, gut, die guckt nach rechts, die guckt nach links, aber die sind sich irgendwie Rücken an Rücken irgendwie. We'll find out how I avoided. You'll be the first to know. Anyway, I'll have whatever she orders next. I'd like a drink that was... You're at it again. You and your cryptic orders always leaving us with weird stuff. I expect only the best from whoever serves me. They need to be able to answer these kind of orders. Still, I'm sure you're wearing poor Chill here out with that kind of stuff. She's done quite well so far, actually. Really? Thank you. Whatever, please order something normal, would you? That'll be 2 fringe weavers then. You'll have 2 drinks at once? No, we're sharing. What? Like half a glass for each? Isn't it better if it's 1 for each? Don't worry, you'll see. Yo! Ein Edelheit und 9 Alkohol. Wait, mixed. Good. Mixed. Two French weavers. So? This one's for you and this one's for me. You said you wanted whatever I asked for, right? Oh, that way you could have said so earlier. Oh, yeah, here. Hey, so this is where I left my helmet. Thanks. You really need to be more careful with your things. Yeah, but I have spares. Those spares would be saved for when the one you're using breaks or malfunctions, not when you lose it. Those helmets cost money, you know. Yeah, sorry. Just say that boss got her head stuck because of a jump button. Speaking of money, you still going to that meeting at the bank tomorrow? Yep, you worried? Nah, I'll refrain for now. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. Don't be, it'll be fine. Rumors are just rumors. Rumors? They say something might happen at the bank tomorrow. But with all the tension in the air lately, it's hard to know if it's true. As if the fear-mongering wasn't enough, the people have also started spreading baseless rumors. Just yesterday, I had to stop a group of rampaging youngsters that heard the city would be leveled by bombs. Everyone's on edge. Yeah. I know you're worried, but I have to go there. It's orders from the higher-ups. Tell me something. If somebody came after me, do you think they'd stand a chance? You're quite strong, but... I'll take something to protect myself. Be prepared for anything. Would that make you feel safer? Maybe. I'll tell you what. After I come back, we'll get some ice cream. That way you can vent all your frustrations. Alright. Seems my vehicle is here to pick me up. You coming, say? No, I'll stay here a bit longer. Okay then. Take care. Bye. She's such a worrywart. That means she cares about you. I've never doubted. Say, why does my helmet smell like bacon? Bacon? Not that I mind, but I'm just curious. Well, you know how some things absorb the smell of what's nearby? It must have grabbed it from one of the ingredients. I see. Do you believe all that stuff about tensions growing and that anarchist group trying to disband the White Knights? To tell you the truth, I'm a bit worried. Even in my division, there's some shady business going on, but I don't want to investigate too deeply. What kind of business? From what I understand, things like working with human traffickers or drug dealers, letting them act as they wish. Some even say the ones that do get apprehended are the ones that have failed them in some way. Stella always says the White Knights are just glorified mall security. She says that if it's been proven beyond a doubt that some shady business is going on, Zaibatsu Corps' main branch would separate themselves from the whole White Knight division. Something about the Associates' fear of bad PR resulting in them moving to the BTC. Sounds plausible. Yeah, it kind of worries me though, because I really like my job. And I guess a similar fear exists among the upper ranks. Lately they seem restless. Too much politics, huh? It hurts my brain. I just want to rescue people and help them. I just want to do my job without worries about politics of any kind. What are you doing at the bank tomorrow? My colonel needed to relay some information to the manager, and I was picked because he trusted me. Well, he said, "You're such a simpleton that you'd never give the wrong message, but it's his intention that counts." Oh. What? Finally, the Dorothy has come back to Valhalla. Ach, diese. Please refrain from doing those sitcom-like entrances. You're disturbing other clients. But wie Sitcom-like, das war der Rock. Ah, come on. You know, the audience would have gone wild with that one. And besides, you make it sound like you have a full house. It's uncommon to see you here 2 days in a row. I wanted to grab something before starting my shift. Grab something before they start grabbing me, you could say. Hey, you having a drink? Can I buy you one? Why yes, thank you. Honey, you should follow her example and offer me drinks more often. We'll see. What are you having? I'll have what she's having. Then I've got the perfect thing. Perfect thing. Let's have a blue fairy. One for both? One for each. Alright. Blue fairy. Optional Karma Shrine. Alles klar. Oops. Hallo Cartman. Aged and mixed. Optional Karma Shrine. Hatte ich noch Haare auf dem Kopf? Ja, ist lange her. Ich werd alt. Alter Mann. Two fairies. Hey, this is pretty good. See? And it's blue like your hair. It is. So, what's your name, sweetie? Call me Say. Alright, Say. I'm Dorothy. Say. Yes. Ha! Say. Yes. Say. Say. Say, why did you just buy me a drink? I just thought you were cute as a button, so I wanted to invite you to join me. Ah, you have to be the first person to offer me a drink without having an ulterior motive. And that... Was ist das schon wieder für Musik? Ah, Base of the Titans. Wo wir vorhin den komischen Remix hatten. Wo ich nicht drüber reden kann, weil es verwirrt. And that includes fuckboy over there. What do you mean? Trust me, when I work in my kind of field, you learn to read cues from everything. And this girl is simple to a fault. Vier Jahre. Was? So lange? Oh ja. Also an den Namen Cartman Küss mich kann ich mich auf jeden Fall noch erinnern. Oh so. Yeah, the what you see is what you get type. That look on your face is one that simply sees no point in lying. Coupled with the fact that you're here in what looks like your work attire tells me that you're so married to your job that sex is too far down your priority list to notice its existence. So if you invited me to a drink because you found me cute and that's the extent of it, I believe you. Thank you. Ist gleich geblieben. Ja gut, also im Vergleich vor 4 Jahren. 4 Jahre. Da war ich 21. Was habe ich denn da gerade gemacht? Vor 4 Jahren, das war 2015, 2016. Das war gegen Ende Ausbildung. Ja, also ein bisschen mehr Haare vielleicht. Also mehr Haare auf jeden Fall. Längere Haare vielleicht auch. Aber mehr glaube ich auch. Aber ja, das machen die Gene. Base of the Titans schon wieder. Okay, Base of the Titans kommt nicht mehr rein. You say she's the first one, but what about Deal giving you a ticket the other day? Oh? Oh yeah, the Lillim with the dogs. No, it doesn't count. He looked like a humanoid match. Ouch. You seem very perceptive, Dorothy, but I'm not too far behind. How so? I can tell your body is heavily modded with things you shouldn't even have. Your tongue is a BEP 069 with DNA scanning capabilities. Your skin is coated with an anti-radiation finish. Your joints are of the premium, extra flexible variety. And the most important thing, your hands. What about them? I don't know how modded your body is or your clothes. The tongue, joints and skin are merely interesting. But your hands are the MIRD 113 of Realtor Industries. So mit YouTube angefangen war 2000. Wann? 2011? Und mit Creepypastas speziell nicht so super lange. Ich glaube 2012 rum vielleicht. Oder 11. Gucken wir mal schnell. Ich weiß ja gar nicht mehr. Erste Creepypasta. So, ihr seid Maus. Mit dem 5-Stunden-Intro noch. So, ihr seid Maus. 7.7.2012. Ja. Also 2011 habe ich, glaube ich, mit YouTube, beziehungsweise mit dem jetzigen Kanal angefangen. Und Juli 2012. Mit den Creepypastas dann speziell. Model designed to shoot class 5 bullets from its fingertips. What? So? Clause G of Article 7 in the Augmentations and Modifications Law on the topic of ballistic augmentations. Any humanoid or sapient creature under civilian designation that has upgraded any of its person to hold firearms of class 3, grade or higher will be either commissioned for disarmament or sent to danger zones. What are you gonna do? Nothing? Eh? I'm not in law enforcement. I just do rescue. And even if I was, I'm not on duty right now. Oh. I wanna know though. Why go through with that upgrade? Jetzt hatte man noch keine Sorgen. Naja, zumindest andere. Mehr oder weniger. Hat sich bis heute nichts geändert. Das Wenigste hat sich geändert, ja. Relativ gleich geblieben. A girl's gotta take care of herself, you know. I wanna be able to deal with things if they get ugly, and this is the most discreet mod I had. Or at least I thought so. Oh, yeah. Okay then, can I give you some advice? I guess. The reason I could tell it's not your default hand model is your fingertips. The tips are a little bigger to make the cannons fit. You could get a small mod that changes them into disposable tips. Assuming they're being used for self-defense and not regular use, of course. I see. Well, I've gotta go. Yes, another thing. If you aim for the arms or legs once is self-defense, Anything more is assault. Yeah. Bye, Dorothy. Bye, Jill. Bye. Please come again. I thought she was gonna take me away. They would put my mind on a vacuum cleaner for 3 years. So if I behave well. That's what happens when you underestimate people. Although, I'm tempted to ask. About what? DNA reading tongue? Very prehensile, intuitive, also it vibrates. Extra flexible joints. Do you really need to ask? Anti-radiation coating? Hey, my skin's my first tool of the trade. I need to take care of it as much as possible. And it makes me feel so soft no matter how much it's been battered. Alright then. So you fancy yourself a diviner? Reading people and all? Not really. I'm just quite good at reading people. I guess it's a byproduct of dealing with so many people on a daily basis. It's a bit surreal to hear that from a Lillim. What can you say about me then? Let's see, You're very, very, very sexually frustrated. It's not the act itself, but rather that your partners can't seem to satisfy you on a deeper level. There's an even deeper frustration. Something happened that's blocking you. Maybe there's someone who you know won't return your feelings. Maybe you were hurt in the past. Thus, your demeanor is that of someone who feels like life is playing tricks on her. Like a dog whose owner never really throws the ball. Oh boy, did I actually hit the nail on the head? I was making this stuff up on the fly. Oh, that was just rubbish, I say because it's right 80% of the time. Generic bullshit, if you will. You'd be surprised at the amount of sexual frustration people hold. I can't read you, Ani. You're too good at putting on a professional face. But this definitely gives me more insight into you. Lucky. Are you late or something? I am, but if you'd let me satisfy your frustrations, I could stall for some time. Go. Fine. Bye, Ani. Artificial intelligence has come rather far. One wonders how artificial it remains. Shut up, fuckboy. Everything done? Welche Ausbildung hatte ich gemacht? Fachinformatiker. Richtung Systemintegration. Yeah. This might seem random, but do you remember the first time I came to the bar? When you came to submit your contract? Yeah, why? But for some reason I've been hung up on it since this morning and I just realized why. The visage that welcomed me back then was Jill trying to pull your hand out of a jar. Oh yeah, that! I can't remember what exactly, but something fell inside and I tried to retrieve it. I just kinda put my hand in and it got stuck. It was a friend's jar too, so I couldn't just break it. Hey Jill, how did you get my hand out of the jar? A straw and some butter. Oh yeah, clever solution. Yeah, and that brings me to the random thought. That incident, the helmet yesterday. The many times your foot got stuck on something for stomping it. Boss, why do you get stuck in so many different things? Huh? Now that you mention it, I remember this one time she tried to eat a big sandwich and her jaw got stuck. Then there was the incident with the TV. I admit my fault with the others, but the TV incident was not my fault. The assembly instructions for that stand Should have labeled their Z and S better. You saw what happened when I switched the S2 piece with the 5Z one. Still, Chill's onto something here. Yes, she is. Now go clean the dishes and you can leave for today. I like to think she'll make an effort now to avoid getting stuck in things. I want to believe too. Business. Subscription got renewed. She'll have no problem focusing at work today. Okay. Happy not birthday. But okay, was kaufen wir denn heute? Uff. Oder ich spare für den Fall, dass sie irgendwann den Spielzeug Turing will. Warum gibt's? Also entweder verstehe ich das falsch oder das ist ein Spielzeug von der Spielzeugnachbildung von Alan Turing. Der Typ, der im Zweiten Weltkrieg für England im Dekodieren gearbeitet hat. Keine Ahnung, wenn der das ist, beziehungsweise wenn die den damit meinen, keine Ahnung, warum so Dings so spezifisch. Gute Nacht, Cartman. Okay, lesen wir noch die Dinger durch. Die Beiträge und so. Dann sind wir fertig für heute erstmal. Mickey konstruktiver in the last thread. No shitposting allowed. Did that one anon left? I think so. I never left. I was just lurking to not cause any trouble. Moment, das kennen wir. Why are we here for you? Any ideas for the great revelation? Ja, okay, das kennen wir. Das Rebel Thread 2 kennen wir auch. Ja. 3. It's officially happening. What do you think will happen? Probably nothing. Last time it was the leaks. I think Alice jumped the shark with that one because it seemed hard to top. Maybe more leaks. Sounds unlikely. I don't think the government would let that happen twice. But this is Alice we're talking about. There's nothing they can't do. What if that spooky message wasn't really Alice, but just an epic prank? Who would hack a site like this just for a prank? Not me. You're right though, it might be someone else. We'll have to wait and see. What was the date again? December 17th? Right, if only we knew more about the target now. Sick meme, sis. These Alice threats piss me off, fucking e-celebs. What if it has something to do with the terrorism rumors? augmented eye. Crime rate up 5% this month. Crime is up 5% this month, officially making the road to Mega Christmas a dangerous one. White Knights, aware of the situation, have promised to maintain security in all sectors, even though recent budget cuts have been decreasing the morale of their personnel. Uphill battle. Poverty and the lack of opportunities are no longer the main cause of crime. Criminals come from all walks of life. They will murder and distribute drugs for no other reason than the fact it gives them power. It's no longer about feeding their families, it's about domination. Their entire sectors controlled by these dangerous gangs, and there's no solution in sight. This Mega Christmas will be a very dark one. Alice Rabbit might be a Kiramiki fan. And who isn't? Everyone loves Kiramiki, and Alice Rabbit is no exception. You might be wondering, what's my proof for this? Not so wacky theory, and well, keep reading if you want to know. Attack patterns. This is an easy one. I'm getting tired of your shit, Miss Smithy. Ooh. You wouldn't believe this shocking Kiramiki secret. Today we'll take a look at one of the most popular acts of our times. How did she get started? What's her favorite movie? What about her romantic life? Don't miss this exclusive interview only on the Augmented Eye. Content blocked.